Israel's 76th Independence Day ceremonies were mixed with grief and sorrow this year as war rages on and the fate of the hostages in Gaza remain unknown.
The State of Israel was not there on October 7th in full force and power as we all expected, but since then it has been working every day to return you home to your family.
Israeli troops meanwhile pushing deeper into eastern Rafah, dismantling Hamas infrastructure. IDF soldiers said to be engaged in close quarters combat with the group's terror fighters. The U.S. believes Israel has enough troops deployed outside the city to launch a full ground invasion. Further north, in Jabalia, a steady stream of people continued to pour out of the city as IDF forces re-engaged Hamas fighters there.
We escaped from the shelling and missile attacks. We couldn't bear all this, so we ran out.
There's evidence that despite Israel's efforts to eliminate Hamas from northern Gaza, that fighters are regrouping in areas once cleared out. U.S. officials now doubt whether Israel can achieve total victory in Gaza and are warning they could face a resurgent terror group.
Israel's on the trajectory potentially to inherit an insurgency with many armed Hamas left, or if it leaves, a vacuum filled by chaos, filled by anarchy, and probably refilled by Hamas.
In Rafah, the UN says more than 450,000 Gazans have fled the city for safe zones as Israel potentially prepares a full-scale invasion of Hamas's last stronghold. The Biden administration, still trying to prevent such an operation inside Rafah, reportedly has withheld critical intelligence regarding the location of Hamas leaders, including Yahya Sinwar, the architect of the October 7th attacks. The release only coming if the Israelis agree to a limited and targeted operation in the southern Gaza city.
This is part of a trend and a pattern. The Biden administration has been trying to control this conflict from day one, whether it escalates or not, how many days, who goes where, who does what. This is not the best course of action. We help our allies against our enemies. That's how it should be.
The Washington Post reporting that U.S. intelligence even contains the precise location of the group's terror tunnels.
So if this is the case, and we know where Sinwar is, and we know how the tunnels look like, so what are we as the United States government waiting for?
The White House denies it withheld such intelligence. George Thomas, CBN News.